I'm Eleanor Davis. I think I've been a member of Bib and Tucker maybe 3 years, possibly four. I'm a retired nurse. I learned to sew, if not in elementary school, I was probably in middle school, and my grandmother taught me to sew. When you only know tidbits about your ancestors, it's almost like what made them tick. So, what I know about her is when my sister did a genealogy search and found our relatives listed in the estate of a landowner, a property owner, slave owner. And it was very weird to see your family on a list with the wagons and the tables and everything else. And so here, this is the appraised value. Isn't that an awful thing to say? The appraised value. And that was on the William Peoples estate appraisal at the time of his death. The slaves were freed in 1865. So that is what I have represented by the broken chains around her feet, or what I perceive to be the feet of a Black woman. And I've got the actual deed. In 1896, she purchased 40 acres of land. One, at that time, it was very odd for a woman, or not odd, unusual for a woman to be able to purchase land, let alone a Black woman. And going back, it appeared that her husband died between 1870 and 1880, from what he just didn't appear on the 1880 census. And so we don't know how she did it, but it's the fact that she did it. Uh, that just gave me an idea of just how determined she had to be, what it meant to her to be able to own her own property and say, this is mine. And she still had to raise her children. She was born, from what we could tell from her death certificate, she was born in Dallas County. This property that she purchased was in Dallas County. The family owned it until maybe 20 years or so ago. And I actually walked it. Now, it was land bound. It wasn't pretty. There was a deep kind of a gorge on part of it. And as I walked it, all I could think of, yeah, but whatever. If I were Elmira, I said, so what? It's mine. I don't know how you could get here, but you'll get here. It's mine. And I just felt that energy and that pride in what she did. And as you see, she lived to be over 100 years old.